So we're looking at data security this lesson. What do you need to keep the most secure out of all of your passwords? What one is the most important password to keep secure? Out of any password you create, this is the most important one. Your email, because everything resets to your email. If you do not have it to where it's multi-point on your email, you probably should set it that way, especially as you start dealing with real life and bigger things. My email, I always have to approve it anytime it gets logged into. And I don't really change it a whole lot. I just have it to where it's 2-point at this point. I mean, I have it at a good one, but and don't do like my husband works for the city for IT, and he says what they'll do is they'll do what their favorite pet 1, favorite pet 2. When they change the password, they just change the number at the end. So once their password gets hacked, if they go to the next one to be the next number bigger, it's hacked as well.
Yeah.
Once someone figures out what their pattern is, that's a simple way to check it and find it. They found your data format, and it's just going to keep increasing. So the reason we want to do it is protect our data and protect our identity. Because if they get a hold of your key features, they can take and open up credit cards. They can do different things under your name. So that's the reason you want to check your credit report frequently, is to catch those things that happen like that. You secure your data. Your privacy risk is going to come through your cookies, because those are little rabbit trails that keep getting left for the other company to follow in through the data. So clear your cookies frequently. Everybody will have all major companies have had a security breach at some point. And if they haven't had one yet, it's just a matter of time. Just pay attention and get a new credit card if that happens. Keep an eye on what's being spent on your credit card. Your PII information is your personal identification information. That's your name, address, driver's license, date of birth, social security number, email address, and phone number. With that information, they can do different types of fraud. The biggest theft type is government documents or benefits fraud. And so whether someone's claiming to be you and getting your social security check, or like we've had the last 2 years, this is the first year, yay, that we did not have to file a paper return because someone claimed one of our kids as their kid. And we have to prove that they are our kids. So that's just one of those things of, and they have to pay. I found out this year that they do have to repay it, so they have a lien against them on their credit card, on theirs where they have to repay. So that makes me feel better that it's not just a slap on the wrist. Credit card fraud, whether someone gets your credit card number and tries to use it, or opens up credit cards in your name, is next. Other identity theft, loan or lease fraud, that's try to get a loan or a lease under your information. Employment or tax-related fraud, I forgot that that's separated. Phone or utilities fraud, and then bank fraud is the lowest one. Signs of identity theft. You have statements showing up for things that you didn't purchase. Financial accounts showing withdrawals you didn't make. Also, watch for deposits you don't make. Sometimes they'll use a deposit to see if they have your number.
That's smart.
And then start withdrawing things later. They're checking to see how observant you are, so if they can maybe get away with it. Bills that just suddenly stop coming. That means someone's changed the address to go to a different location, and then they can start doing things. I have all my bills come electronically. That kind of helps, and I keep track of them that way. Any changes of addresses, that address requests that you didn't make, they usually verify that with. Authentication or verification request. We had about, at the beginning of the semester, we were supposed to get something to reset or to set up a password somewhere. And all the staff got emails that said, hey, your password's been reset, and it looks just very plain. It looks like one of these. So none of us did it. We all passed the test. Unfortunately, this test was one we should have failed because it was actually supposed to be what we were supposed to do. It just, the company did it so weird. They did it to where you would look at it and you'll go, oh, that's not something I need to do. Let me show it to y'all. Let's see. So this is the email we got. Why would that kind of send? Let me zoom it in for you. That's the way I always keep mine. So why would this be something that I would probably not want to click the link on?
It just looks so poorly formatted.
Yeah. It's a please click this link to reset your password page.
Yeah.
Nothing official really on it. It does say your Texas account, but that's not a hard thing for them to guess. They're sending it to a, and so it looks like.
They look at the location of, which is super easy. You can look at the location of email addresses.
Yeah, and so.
Oh, Texas. Boom.
They know I'm a teacher, so put an assessment in it. So.
Do not reply, so it looks a little bit more.
Yeah. This is, so if you see an email like this, typically you don't click those links.
No.
Now, if it's from a company you're familiar with, what should you do? So like, let's say I had a Texas account. What should I do?
Ask them about it.
I go to that website and I check it.
Yeah.
I never click the link through my email unless I've requested it to change a password.
And even then, I wait a few minutes to see if, because a lot of times I've seen where they'll sit there and wait for you to request something and send something at the time it should, around the rough time it should be.
I haven't had that run into, but like every time I do it, I'm like, if I did not send that request, I don't click the link. And a lot of times I don't click the link. They'll usually give you a code to put in, and that's all you have to do. And I'd rather go that route. I really don't like clicking links for resetting password out of an email. If I get something from a company that says, hey, so-and-so's purchased, like, got one the other day, it was like an Apple, what are the headphones? AirPods, and a new iPhone in your name on your Amazon account. So I go to my Amazon account, verify it's not there, and that's all I do.
I got a call the other day, he was with me, but I got a call the other day, and it's like the caller ID is from, it said United Kingdom, and I was like, I wanna answer this, just, I need to see what this is, because there's a chance it could be important. But I answered it, and it was basically like automated, it sounded like automated voice, and it was, we're calling to verify the charge for $999 on your Amazon account. And I was like, no, I haven't touched my Amazon in probably 3 months.
Well, it's still, you should always go to your
Yeah,
Amazon and
so I
verify.
checked and nothing there.
Mine came through an email, and it looked official like it was from Amazon, and I'm sure there's some spots in it that were off. But so just kind of double check it and make sure that if you get one of those, don't go through the link to verify it. Other things is a denial of credit, even though you believe you have a good credit score. That means something's weird going on there. And credit reports showing unfamiliar accounts. And then basically, if any company reaches out to you that says that your personal identification information may have been compromised, and all you can do is, at that point, just keep a heightened alert on all your data. As that means check your credit score. If something like that happens, you can get another credit report because of that. Physical safeguards of your personal information. Don't put your Social Security in your wallet. Only time your Social Security number should be out of a fire safe in your house is if you're needing it for something. So work, you have to give a Social Security card copy. DMV, getting married, where you have to get the forms. Medical doesn't even really ask you for your Social Security card. I've never been asked there. Now, insurance might, if you're getting it from a non-work related source. Biggest thing is don't carry that Social Security card with you. If you know you don't have it memorized, one hack is your Social Security number is very close to a phone number length. Put a contact in your phone as something that would make sense to you with your Social Security number plus one number added to it somewhere, either at the beginning or the end or someplace in it. Have that multi-point authentication, especially for your email address and social media. Protect your financial accounts. And that's a multi-factor authentication. That's that 2-point authentication. Protect your computers and tablets from malware. Turn on the encryption on your home internet. Don't have your password for your Wi-Fi for your house set for password. Actually have a password on your house. In other words, don't have it to where everybody can just get in it at any point. Because if someone has access to your Wi-Fi, they can put things to watch what you're doing. So make sure if you're using public computers, delete all temporary or cache, and all browsing history if you're using public computers. Phishing is when they impersonate legitimate authority, like we were talking with the Amazon. And something like, it may say something like, we suspect unauthorized transaction is made on your account. To ensure that your account has not been compromised, please click the link below and confirm your identity immediately. Don't click the link. Go to wherever it is and check it out there. Or contact them or call them. Go into the bank. Phishing or other fraud schemes. Phishing is a phishing attack that occurs via the phone. Fake employment ads, fake rental ads. I've heard of people that actually get pictures of rental properties and try to rent it out as a rental when they don't own the land. Yeah, so I would verify that they own the land. You can do that through, if it's in San Angelo, you can do that through the Tom Green County Appraisal District, and you can verify it that way. If your social security number has been if you suspect your social security number has been compromised or other things, put a freeze on your credit accounts by going to each of the credit bureaus and putting a fraud alert on it. Obtain any credit reports and check it for unauthorized account activity. And then make sure when you file your tax return, you do it as soon as possible. Financial account breach, change any PINs, logins, passwords, and get new cards. IdentityTheft.gov is a place to do any additional things or call that 1-800 number. It's in your paper packet.